So we are recording and we are live on Facebook.
Did you see this QR code? There's a dinosaur in the middle. That's the guy that was here for the resiliency.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the QR code for that. They put a dinosaur in the middle. That's kind of unique.
great.
You want to
Ready.
start with the flag?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One more minute.
One more minute. You do that on your ships too?
Of course, especially when we used to navigate, we had to really be noontime, everything was exact. Check the chronometers every day. All right, so it's now 6:30, 18:30 on the ship. And I'll open the town meeting. There are two of the councilors, Councilor London and Ketch are absent today, excused. And present, Councilor Wade, Clemens, Hatch, and Manager Doan. And at this time, I'd like to open a public hearing, which we might get some responses
Perhaps.
on the web later, so we'll come back to that if necessary.
So the public hearing is just required by us to have a public hearing regarding the new general assistance maximums, which will be from October 1 of 24 to September 30 of 2025. And the appendixes are supplied by the state of Maine, and those are our guidelines for general assistance. Any questions on those? I did, in the years past, you've asked me what the differences was, so I did provide you 23, 24 amounts and the differences in 2020, 24, 25.
And I believe you said at one point when we were discussing this, maybe last year, the year before, but there wasn't a lot of subscription.
No, we do not get a lot of activity in general assistance. We probably process less than 10 cases a year and give out 1 or 2 assistants.
All right, so would it be in order to, we have to make a motion to?
We
accept
do
it?
at them in the actual meeting, yeah, down on
Later on,
finished
okay.
business, yeah.
Right, so we just hold this for the time being, see if we get any questions online later on.
Okay, so you'll have to close the public
We
hearing.
will close the public meeting at this time and we'll open the town council meeting. And I would accept a motion to accept the minutes of the 9/10/24 town council.
So moved.
Any questions, or additions, changes?
Who sends, I second that. Thank you. I know we have limited options here this evening, but I just want to verify.
All right, and hearing no other comments, we will vote. Jim? Aye. Charlie?
Aye.
And I'm an aye also. Okay, see no citizens in attendance tonight, then we'll just wait and see if we have any questions on Facebook at a later date. So let's go to the manager's report.
Okay, so I contacted 3 local license appraisers and was able to obtain Mark Violet, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, from Orono. And he's going to appraise 43 Highland Avenue. The cost of the appraisal is $750. I'm not completely sure of his timeline. I worked on that last week while I was actually in Holton, so I hope to have some more information for you for the next meeting. The salt and sand is all put up and we're ready for winter.
Wow.
Yay. I also contacted Maine DOT regarding the vegetation on Route 178 at the last meeting. You had some concerns, so I did ask them to come out and look at it and hopefully cut it back. Today, we started doing some crack sealing on the municipal roads, and the company put more crack seal on the access road, so that, they took care of that. Just want to remind the town council and members of the public that the fall cleanup is scheduled for October 12th from 8 to noon. Residents are required to come in and obtain a $15 receipt from the municipal office to use the cleanup. And as the past, each resident is allowed 2 loads per household. Also, I do have somebody that can help if anybody who is elderly or disabled needs assistance. I ask that they contact me soon so I can make the necessary arrangements. We had the community resilience workshop on September 11th, and it was well attended. Thank you, Ann Delaware, for bringing out all of her people. We did have some other people. We actually had a member from the pond come over, so that was nice.
Yes.
And most of the survey alluded to the need for more use of our green space, and using that. There is an available option for people who didn't attend to commit, to participate in the survey. It's available online, and the link to that is on our website and also our Facebook page. I did receive notification last week that a civil engineering student has selected the ball field project as one of their capstone projects.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's really exciting. I don't know much more about that. I just got an email saying that it was selected and that the student would be in touch with me. So I'm just waiting for that.
Terrific.
Wonderful.
Yes. Last week while I was away, I learned that Maine Municipal Association has updated their municipal officials manual. When you all first come on to council, I give you a copy of that manual. If you have a log on to MMA, which you should and can have, you can just go to legal and then legal manuals, and you can find the municipal officials manual. However, if anybody wants me to print that copy for you, I can do that for you too. So just let me know.
So there are updates to it?
Yes, there was updates. They didn't specifically tell me what, and I didn't see the red line, but, yes, there are updates.
Okay.
Yeah. In your information tonight, I gave you a memo regarding a nomination to the Municipal Review Committee. I provided you some information that the Municipal Review Committee holds an election every year, and the election is in October, November, and for our annual meeting in December. And this year there's 6 open seats. That is not one of my seats. My seat doesn't expire until 2027. However, a board member, Bell Ryder, who was the assistant manager in Orono, however, left to go to work for the University of Maine, has asked if the town of Bradley would consider nominating her for a seat. And I asked her to provide a bio, which she did. And so I would like to know if town council would approve nominating Bell Ryder to the Municipal Review Committee.
I have just one question.
Sure.
In her bio. The last paragraph. It said she and her husband moved to Orono 10 years ago and have enjoyed raising 3 kids and their beloved dog made of spare parts.
I'm assuming it's a mutt.
Okay,
I didn't even pick up on that, but yeah.
jumped right out of me. I wish she has a mechanical engineering degree.
I don't think she made one.
No, okay.
Yeah,
No, I would move to nominate her. So,
what are your thoughts? You know this person.
Yeah, I know her very well. I've worked with her for a very long time. She was the, like I said, she was the assistant manager for Orono, so she and I worked on different regional things together. She now has just stepped into the treasurer's role at Municipal Review Committee. And she got that experience based on her work that she did when she worked for the town of Orono. The town of Orono town manager at the time, Sophie Wilson, was the treasurer.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming she helped Sophie a lot with that work, so she stepped right into that role seamlessly and has done a great job. So I typically would not ask the council to
Yeah.
nominate somebody outside of Bradley, but she's got a lot of experience with MRC because of Sophie's work. And she is an Orono resident who's a member of MRC.
Is Arnold also gonna nominate her or what?
I don't know that.
You know,
It just seems strange that she come over here and then she's living in Arnold, that
She may have asked Orno, but she asked for, so what happens with the process, and I might not describe that in the memo. The top the six slots, I gotta remember. I wrote that down. I'm sure I wrote that. Oh, so whoever receives the three highest votes, so even if no Orono does nominate her, she needs more than just one town to nominate her. She needs the highest amount of nominations to be able to put on the ballot.
She's the only one that's come forward now.
She's the only one who came forward and asked me, yeah,
who gets to vote, the members that are
members,
currently
yeah.
there?
So after the nomination process, MRC sends a ballot to each community.
Oh,
And then each community votes on the candidates, yeah.
all right, I understand now.
Do we know who the other candidates are?
They haven't been determined yet because this is the nomination process in which this person gets put onto the ballot.
So this is just to get her on the nomination.
Onto the ballot, yeah,
The ballot comes, we'll see all.
That's correct.
that apply.
yeah,
And the top three,
votes get
Votes get-
seats,
okay.
yeah.
If someone else were to ask, then that process is okay, or can we only?
We only nominate one.
No, not nominate it. Well,
The nominations are due October 15th,
so we're less than a month away from.
getting the nominations completed, yeah.
We haven't had anybody from Bradley that had an inkling of wanting to.
No, I don't believe it. I don't know if they could have two members from one community. I'd have to look at the bylaws, because I'm on the board already, so.
All right,
So a motion was made by Council Clemens, but it wasn't seconded.
I would second that motion. Any discussion further?
yeah, I mean, she did her due diligence, sounds like. She, knows what the process is and. She was the first one to approach, so.
Good.
Okay. So, hearing no further discussion, we would have a vote, Jim,
Aye.
Charlie,
Aye.
Larry's and I.
I don't think we need to have any action tonight on this. But Jeff Moran, as I explained to you at the last council meeting, that I felt that we were going to get an abatement request from Jeff Moran. Jeff had gone to the assessing agent, Mark Gibson, and asked for abatement on some parcels of land that he purchased from the town in 2017. And Mark did not necessarily not feel that the abatement was not warranted, but he asked Jeff, he told Jeff if he was to get a forester and a forester determined the land to be wasteland and wet, that he would do the abatement request. And Jeff, for many sensible reasons, does not want to pay to have a forester go out to determine that land that is underwater is wasteland. So Jeff provided you with his abatement request and some information. And I too, provided some information just on the values and what we valued it at last year. He's requesting, I believe, $50 an acre and the higher commitments, it was $100 per acre. So I also encourage you to go on Google Earth and kind of look at the property, because you can see the property, so I was on there today. So I just told Jeff Moran that I'd give you this information this evening, give you an opportunity to review it, and then we would discuss it at the next meeting. And if during the time when you're looking at it, if I can provide you with any more information, just kind of let me know and I'll see what I can come up with.
I just quickly looked at it, I haven't had a chance to study it, which I really would like to do.
Yeah.
But I could see that, you know, they talked about prior years, in the early years, that they release the water from the dam and flood the land and all that kind of stuff. If, what I would like to know is it underwater if the dam is not flooded, not open? It's not.
It's not.
And if there was no dam and the stream was always flowing,
Mhm.
it probably would be underwater either.
It wouldn't,
So, okay,
yes.
all right, so we can table that for the time
Yeah,
being.
yeah, I just wanted to let you know about that. I think that's all that I have for my manager's report.
All right, so we can move on to new business. Any new business from you, Missy?
I do have some new business, but, I do have it, that's why. The United Technology Center, UTC, is holding a referendum on November 5th. And so that ballot is considered a local election. It will be a ballot that they provide to the ballot clerks, and that will be available to the voters for absentee voting and the day of the election. The ballot will ask for voter approval to obtain a bond of $1,874,300 for capital acquisition of advanced technology and modernization of 18 of 22 programs at the study at UTC. To be completely honest with you, that's all I know about this, is that there's going to be a ballot at our referendum on November 5th. And because it's considered a local election, the town council has to approve the warrant and provide a signature.
I would make a motion to put that on our ballot for November 5th.
Second,
Any discussion on that? It seems to me that it's just go on a ballot. If you wanna look at United Technologies website or something, and you probably could find out what they actually are gonna use the $1.8 million for.
Well, yeah,
I looked at it, I couldn't find it today.
that's just it. I mean, what are they trying to?
Yeah,
It doesn't give the voters any information as to what they're going to improve for equipment and how it's going to benefit the overall community.
right. So a ballot would never do that anyways, because that's up to the voter to get that information prior to the election. I did not have any success in finding it today.
Okay.
I didn't spend a ton of time on it either.
Yeah.
Our role here is to allow them to have the opportunity to have the ballot, and it's their job to get the information out to the voters so they vote accordingly.
and I do notice here that it's the state of Maine is paying for it, it's not any impact.
And no
on the town.
impact on the
Right.
taxes, yeah.
Okay, that I could see that, but. So exactly the way the ballot would be worded is like it says in question 1.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Exactly.
okay. So motion's been made and seconded to have the ballot on our, that would have to be done 30 days in advance, so the ballots can be printed
Yep,
in November 5th, so that's October
their
5th.
time.
Yeah.
We have had a ton of requests for ballots,
Wow,
big election.
okay.
That kind of year.
Okay, no further discussion, we'll have a vote, Jim?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye,
And Larry's an aye.
So people, just FYI, because I just brought it up, people can send in a request for an absentee ballot right now. And then when the ballots come in, we will mail them out.
And they will be ready to go on the 1 month ahead, right?
They should be, we're waiting for them from the state, ours will be.
Well, you can control.
But yeah, that's all I have for new business.
Any new business from the town council?
No, you gave us, a message from the citizen that was not happy with our response and how we handled the lady that was here for the mess inside of her street. I saw your comments here. Are we supposed to do anything with that? I mean, I'll just, for the record, I felt bad for her. I just didn't know what we can do, you know, as a town to better
Yeah,
help support her.
I don't think there's anything you can want, unless you decide to do something as a council. I agree. And I'll just say, my decision was based on the fact that in 6 months' time, that's gonna look differently, right? In 2 months' time, a month's time, it could have snow on it. You know, it's going to green up and grow again, and we're actually probably in 4 more years gonna have to redo it again, because this
Yeah.
vegetation is gonna grow.
I drove by and took a look, and I agree, it does from her. Looking at the slope from her yard, it does look bad, trashed up, broken wood, all that kind of stuff, but. Like I found when we do the woods behind my house, it greens right up and the new vegetation
Mhm.
grows feeding on the stuff that was left there.
Yeah,
So it should abate fairly rapidly. And not be a blight to her.
yeah, I agree, and I'm sure that if it doesn't, she will be back to request. And
If
then,
it doesn't,
and her-
maybe, if it
Yeah,
doesn't, maybe
right,
we-
and
we
perhaps
do
we
something.
need to do
Absolutely.
readdress it, yes, yeah.
Does that answer your question, Jim?
Yep, thank you.
All right, seeing having no new business from the council, we'll go to unfinished business. Any unfinished business from you, Missy?
Yeah, so my unfinished business relates to the abatement request that you received at the last meeting for 113 Cram Street. Yeah, I need. And also. Sorry, this also needs to be signed too. This is the warrant for the election. We need to, we need to sign there, so. So at the last meeting, we had an abatement request for 113 Cram Street, and the abatement included an amount due because of declined value in the property, and also because of what was occurring at 114 Cram Street. And the council asked Mark to provide you information on what those numbers meant. And so he provided you that he reduced the property by 10% due to the 114 Cram Street, and the remaining amount was due to decline in value. So I gave you that information. The 10% deduction is an abatement of $21,240, which equates to $233.64 in taxes. And the additional abatement of 8060 is the decline in value, which is $88.66 in tax.
So do you think we should move on this tonight, or the one that had the most questions about the surrounding property was Council London?
Yeah, that's up to council.
So,
If you want to table it till the next meeting, you can. If you want to act on it this evening, you can.
Remind us how many days? It's like 80 days.
180 days.
180 days.
Actually knew that date last time you asked me, and I can't remember what it was. I think it's January something.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I,
and you will say, it's not that it's substantial, but if she pays her, if they pay their taxes and we abate them, we have to pay them interest. Yeah. Of 8.5%,
and taxes and this.
due on Friday. They're due Friday.
I move to table this until all members are present, hopefully during next meeting.
I would second that in favor of allowing the others to have a voice in it.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? If not, we'll vote. Jim?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Larry's and I.
Okay, and then the other item on unfinished business is a motion to adopt the general assistance appendix A through H as presented in the public hearing.
I would make a motion to accept that
Seconded.
as presented by the state. Not
Right,
by the state. Seconded?
Yes, I did.
Any questions? Hearing none? Jim?
Aye.
Charlie?
Aye.
Larry's and I. You gotta sign that one, and you sent that down, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
perfect.
Any other unfinished business? Okay, Missy, can we go back and look and see if we have any comments?
We have one comment. Any updates on 114 Cram Street? So let me go and look. I got an email this morning. I meant to bring that forward. This is from Tim Pease. Good morning. Brief update this morning. Neither the state nor the court appointed our guardian ad litem have made much progress on the case. Unfortunately, we do not have any further leverage other than to continue to bug Toothaker, who is the guardian ad litem, to get him to give this case some attention.
Oh,
Nothing.
No action. On the,
There's no recourse there, I mean, the judge. The court can do what it. They don't have any, or we don't have any way that we can. Get the guardian ad litem further involved in this case.
Not that I
It
don't
should be
know
an
how
obligation to its
Yeah.
client,
it should be.
especially if it's appointed by a judge. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
would a judge or a court set a time limit on how much time they have to look into this and?
I can
It
ask
doesn't,
our
it doesn't
attorney.
seem like it should just be open-ended forever.
Right,
Right.
It doesn't sound like he's done anything.
Or does. I don't know this, I mean, certainly I'm not a lawyer, but would it be appropriate to see if the judge would be willing to get another guardian ad litem?
yeah. I will ask those questions, when I can email him and get that information. I was just looking at, an email. I didn't see it on my computer, but I just see it this morning on my phone. So Tim spoke with Jeff Toothaker, who's the guardian ad litem, and he acknowledged that he was behind on this case and still needed to talk to Mr. Nguyen. This was as of yesterday. Mr. Toothaker asked about what the town was ultimately looking to do, and I informed him that they wanted to demolish the house. And he has not looked into this information, and he will follow up with him again this week. So I will ask those questions and see what I can bring forward here.
Thank you.
No
Let
other,
me see if there's any other.
no other comments?
No other comments.
Okay, so we'll move on to municipal warrants. I would make a motion to accept the warrants as they were presented.
Second,
We have a motion to accept the warrants and we'll vote, Jim,
aye.
Charlie,
Aye.
Larry's and I. This is the next thing, we said the next meeting is October 8th, which will be within 1 month for the ballots.
Oh, ready.
We have lots of action. Anybody can't make it, just let us know ahead of time, please. That accept a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
So moved.
all right? Unanimous.
Very good. Thank you.